All right, welcome to the Connected Family. We're so glad to be here with you guys. I'm Allie Evans. I'm the Central Group Leader for Next Gen here at Life.Church. And in our context, that's the ministries that serve children and teenagers and young adults. But more importantly, the relationship and the partnership we have with you guys, the parents and the caring adults who are raising the emerging generation.
And I'm David Eaton. I'm the CEO and founder at Access.org, and we help 400,000 parents communicate and understand their 800,000 teenagers. We really think about two things, the two stories. So the first one is called One Conversation. We had a young lady say, I've only had one real conversation with my dad. And when we heard that, we're like, oh, that's not good. How can you only have one real conversation with your dad? And her dad was a pastor, and her dad was a Christian university president. And I was like, oh, no. And then she smiled, and she said it again. She says, I've only had one real conversation with my dad, and we've never stopped having that one conversation. So at Access, we believe in parents. You get to have a 50-year conversation that never stops with your kids, and technology is a big part of that. And the second thing that Access does is what we call culture translation. And that just means if C.S. Lewis and MTV, if they made a baby, they would name their baby Access. So what we get to be is your research assistant, your back office as you journey with your kids, especially in the realm of these pocket rectangles, these smartphones and video games, etc. And we have a resource called the Everything Smartphone Guide that will help you traverse this path. And so we're just really excited that you're here, and we're really excited about parents because parents and grandparents, you are the hero that the next generation needs.
That's awesome. David, you're a parent. You've got
three kids.
I have a couple of grown adults. We went down the early path of this technology journey long time ago, but now I'm a bonus grandma to a young lady, and we're right in the middle of this, even at 5 years old. So I'm as excited about what we're going to get to learn today, what we're going to share, and the conversations that folks are going to have. So I'm looking forward to it. So let's start with this. Before we get started, we're going to start with this foundation. We are not anti-technology. Right? We're not telling anyone to go throw their phones in the river. We know, in fact, at Life.Church, we leverage technology. I think we're really good at it. We understand that technology is a great tool for reaching people and for sharing hope. But the truth is we know that, in our personal lives, and there's evidence all around us that screens and phones and streaming and online, all of those things can disrupt and disturb the relationships that we have in real life. So the relationships we have with each other, and more importantly, even our relationship with God. So I'm ready to get into this conversation.
Well, it's easy to say, oh, technology's bad in so many instances, but who doesn't love indoor plumbing? Who doesn't love having cars? Who doesn't be able to connect with a loved one and being able to on these different levels? So as you enter in this space, or maybe you're already there as a family, we're going to talk about some of the most asked questions, give practical advice, and we know there's plenty of scary things, so we can talk about those, but how do you actually have hope and connection as a family? And the number one question that I get asked all the time is, at what age should I get my kid a phone? We're going to answer that question.
Oh, you're just going to leave us hanging?
Yeah. It's a trick question, but, we're going to get there.
All right. We'll definitely get there. I'm excited to hear the answers to some of those questions. But before we do, we're going to reflect. We're going to have some time to talk about, first of all, let me say this. This is a no judgment zone. This is no shame.
Yes.
But I do think it's important that we start from a place of looking at our own relationship with technology. What does it look like as the parents and grandparents and the caring adults in the lives of young people? How are we using technology? What does our time in screens look like? And then also, what are our family values? Because I think that should actually drive this conversation. So I'm looking forward to that. It does seem like a weird place to start, but I think that we all recognize that our kids watch us. We all have stories of the things that our children say when they're repeating us that we hope that no one ever hears, right? Yeah. And they do. They pick up on our habits, and it's true with our use of technology. How we use screens is going to impact what they think is normal and appropriate. So I do think it's important that we start there. Again, no shame, no judgment. We're all on the same page here, but we are going to have a chance to do that and talk about values as well.
Yeah, so talk to the person you're with, maybe talk about how you use technology, what you love about technology, what you hate about technology, and let's just relax as we get into this space.
Now that you've had a chance to talk about your family values and your own personal habits around technology, be sure to click here to learn how to have better conversations around technology with your family.